You were expecting a small truck because I told you it was a mid-sized truck, and you're like,
right. It was a lot bigger.
It's a short, squatty, big, tall, wide. Like you didn't know how to describe it, and we ultimately kind of settled on it. Looked like a bodybuilder.
Yes, a short one.
Yes. Hey, Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Right there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we're in my next vehicle.
No, we're not.
Oh, yes, we are. We are in a 2025 Chevy Colorado ZR2 AEV Bison. Yes, this is the most expensive version of Chevy's midsize truck. It is also the most capable off-road. In this video, we'll tell you what it's been like to live with for a week here in the suburbs in Texas. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, the city. We've been living with this one in the city, not in rural East Texas. We have no need for a big lifted off-road pickup truck, but when does need come into the equation when you're deciding what I get to drive next? So, but me aside, what have been your thoughts of this truck? Because you really have been living with it. You've put over 100 miles on it.
Yep.
You've taken it on trips and stuff. We'll start outside. We'll come inside. We'll get all your thoughts. What do you think of the look?
Well, I really like the look on
Yes.
the outside. It is
Wait.
a truck.
Let me see if I can remember the quote. If you're going to get a truck, get a truck.
Yes.
And this one?
And this is a
This
truck.
qualifies? Okay.
Yes. The front, it's very big, kind of like a big lion or tiger's,
Okay.
like when it crinkles its nose, because it's got the little
Mhm.
bumps on the top. I
Mhm.
like the different colors as well. So you have the black on the
Hood. Yeah.
right there. That's just for looks, right? It's not really any functional.
Right. It's just a glued on black plastic.
piece.
Just like the last Chevy we were in, that was a full-size Silverado Trail Boss.
Yeah.
Kind of seeing a theme with Chevy designers.
Yeah, it is very. In fact, you posted a picture of that one, and I was like, "You're already posting pictures of this one," and you're like, "No, that's the one we had last time." And so, but from the front and the angle that you were at, it really did look.
Yeah.
Now this one feels a little squattier this way than that one did.
Now, I remember when we tested the GMC version of it, and when it showed up, you were expecting a small truck because I told you it was a mid-sized truck, and you're like,
Right, it was a lot bigger.
It's a short, squatty, big, tall, wide, like you didn't know how to describe it. And we ultimately kind of settled on it. Looked like a bodybuilder.
Yes, a short one.
Yes. A short king.
Short key.
Yeah. But
A short king.
the same basically stands true here. Like it's got a wide, muscular stance, but it's still a mid-sized truck.
Yes, it's still a mid-sized truck. And I know we're not to driving impressions yet, but the way it feels on the inside is like a big SUV.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to that. So, other thoughts on the exterior? We've got tires almost as big as Tucker. They're 35-inch tall tires. Like, does it cause any problems for you on the daily? Like what?
Well, you were talking about design on the outside. I hadn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but yes, especially driving it. Well, this is an interior outer inner problem. Is there's no handles.
Yep.
And there's no running boards.
Right.
Because I guess it's supposed to be
rock protection. Off-road
capable, blah, blah, blah. I can't get in.
Yeah. I get your
yes,
steps.
You got the steering wheel. Yeah, my dad said, why didn't you bring your step stool? And I was like, I didn't even think about it. And I should have been using a step stool this entire week because it's been difficult. I went and worked out and I do HIIT workouts, so intense workouts for 45 minutes, and the hardest part of my workout was getting back into this truck.
Yeah. I'll grant you that, because even for me at 5'10", I'm the average American male by height, and it's still like a stretch getting in here.
Yeah.
Gotta throw one leg up and climb
the
in.
steering wheel is not the appropriate handle
Yeah.
to be pulling up in. It's just not easy. Now it's much easier getting up as a passenger because there's a handle on that
Yeah.
side. Why is there no handle
Come
on
on,
this
Chevy.
side? Well, I know we're not worried about visibility.
What?
I know we're not worried about
Why?
visibility in this truck because
Why?
there is none.
Elaborate.
There is none. You're driving blind. The back has the tire in one side, and then we've got Tucker's seat in the other side. But I don't think it would really even matter because the headrest is so tall.
Mhm.
The headrest would be in the way
Yeah.
on that side. They've got this teeny tiny little headrest in the middle. I'm like, why bother? You can't see out the back anyway. You might as well put a big one.
Yep.
At least there's cameras.
Yes. So we do have 360 cameras that can be triggered at any point in time. The Chevy lawyers didn't jump in and overregulate
And
that.
thank God, because I would have been hitting so many things this week. I can't hardly see over the hood.
So yes, going back to where we trailed off, it's a mid-size truck, but it is so big that it rides very much like a full-size truck.
Yes.
So yes,
Yeah, it's
visibility,
big. Visibility is terrible.
kind of a thing, The mirrors are kind of small. They're not big like the Silverado mirrors that we just got out of a couple of weeks ago.
Being able to see should not be the trade-off.
I can see. Again, I said this is my next vehicle. I didn't say it was your next
It's
vehicle.
not your next vehicle.
All right, what are your thoughts of the interior outside of what we've already discussed?
Well, I do think it's interesting that the stitching is yellow, but the out is red. I would rather it be like match.
Yeah. So yes, yellow is the ZR2 color. So that is a trim selection. If you want red as an accent, get the GMC version. The GMC Canyon AT4X, because you get black, white, and red on the inside.
Is there a green?
Not green stitching, no.
But I do like this material right here.
Yeah, some camo look material that is like hidden all throughout.
Really? You think
here.
camo? I
Yeah,
thought
it's a
like
digital.
rock.
It's a digital camo.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yes, digital camo look here. It's in the dash. It's around the vents. It's in the
This
cup. The
gray
grab.
stripe
Yeah.
right here. I like.
It's down here. But lots of hidden storage.
I wouldn't say
interesting.
lots, but there are hidden storage places.
Yeah.
There's like one right here, and you're gonna one little shelf right here, which would be perfect for
Your makeup.
my makeup,
Yeah.
my lipstick. My
See, they're
blush.
thinking about you.
One cup holder.
Yeah. Couple are down there, two up here. Decent sized.
Yeah, I do like that it has a takeout shelf.
Yeah. And then decent sized glove box, not damped. It's just, that's my knee. It's hitting my knee. So, not damped, not felt lined, but decent
Some
sized.
gloss black right here and up here that I don't love.
Lots of buttons.
I like the buttons.
But we do have heated and ventilated seats.
I like the heated and ventilated seats.
We've used them both.
However, it doesn't remember. It turns on automatic, which I think you probably have it on automatic, and that's terrible.
You don't like it?
No.
What? Your HIIT workout. Got in here and you're like, ah.
No, and actually it wasn't even that. I don't know why the outside the temperature made it think that it was really cold in here when me and Tucker got in here one day. And the steering wheel, it was when we had just got it. The steering wheel was so hot and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. I know now.
We're going to pause from there because we are on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. Tucker, how's your wobbly head back there?
It's a little smooth.
Yeah. Ollie, what are your thoughts as we come up to the biggest one? Right.
That did not hit as hard as I thought it was going to.
And it didn't sound
No, I didn't
as
even hear
loud
it.
as I thought it would.
Yeah.
That is true. It
Wait.
is a little jiggly in here, though.
It is still a truck, body on frame construction, so there's those compromises, but this thing has a Baja mode. It is meant to be driven fast over terrible terrain. So that does translate into a better riding on-road experience for a pickup truck. Like, it soaks up more because it's designed to soak up more. Because it's meant to be on worse than this.
Yeah, I would say of a lot of trucks that we've driven, and I haven't taken this off-road, obviously. I've just been driving it around town, but it's been a pretty nice driving experience.
Yeah.
The seats are comfortable.
Yeah, they are. I feel the seat bottom is way more comfortable than, again, that last Silverado we were just in. It is more comfortable. Tucker, how's your space back there?
Not great.
It's not great. You're a little cramped.
Yeah.
What do you say we cut to a video of me doing what?
Putting in my child safety seat.
Yeah, we'll talk some storage options in the back as well. All right, before we bring in Tucker's child safety seat, I do want to talk about the back seat for adults. These doors are about the size of a extended cab, full-size pickup truck. If that gives you any indication of just how much space is back here. It is on the tidy side, that is for sure. But you can see nice designs that echo what we see up front. We do get a full down center armrest with 2 cup holders. We even get 3 headrests, though that is the tiniest one I've ever seen in my life. No B-pillar mounted handle to climb in back here, but we do have a ceiling mounted handle, so if you plan it just right, you can lift yourself up and into the pickup truck. Where I've been riding, I've got a decent amount of room behind myself, though where I have been driving most of the time while we've had this truck is a little bit further back. I can tell you, sitting behind here, my knees are like right against the back of the seat, but we do get some nice options like storage back here. We get cup holders on the back of the center console, air vents on the back of the center console, power on the back of the center console, including a 3-prong household style plug back there. All-weather floor mats just like up front, and a very nice seating position. I've got enough room for my head, though it may look like you are right in the ceiling right there from my forehead mounted camera. I'd say it is a fairly nice back seat, though a little on the tidy side. Nothing that a little negotiation with the front seat passenger couldn't fix, but you can see nice amounts of space in here. And as we slide out, I do want to show you some cool options. I really am happy I have this camera mounted to my forehead because it is a 2-handed process to fold the seat bottom up. You can see it is 60-40 split with a little bit of under seat storage here. There's actually more opportunities to store stuff under the passenger side, which is good. And Chevy has split this in the correct direction because this is generally where we put Tucker's child safety seat when we are traveling with him. You can see we do have lower latch points on both of the outboard seats, nothing in the middle, though we do have top tethers all the way across. We'll talk about these straps here in just a moment. These headrests do fold down for a little bit better visibility out of the back window, though we still do have that big tire back there as well. And unfortunately, unlike the prior generation, the seat back does not fold down any longer. So this really is your only option. Either seat up like this or seat down like that. No seat back folded down position. But we'll go ahead and grab Tucker's Graco Extend-A-Fit child safety seat. This is the same child seat he rode in when he was rearward facing, and that's actually what we're going to do first. See just how much room is in here. So it almost wedges itself in here without having to move that front seat forward, but we will go ahead, come around and move that seat forward. Unfortunately, fully manual seat here, even on a $65,000 truck, but that will allow you to get that into place. But yeah, manual seat, no power option across the board here. We do have an A-pillar mounted handle that makes climbing into the passenger seat that much easier. And so you can see here, I've still got plenty of room sitting in front of a rear-facing car seat. So very impressed there. It does show you that you can live with a mid-size pickup truck and a rear-facing car seat if you had to. But as we turn this around, we'll set it back upright and we will start with the top tether because that is always the most tricky to deal with. We'll go ahead and give ourselves a little slack, but you can see this strap here, you actually feed the top tether through the strap and behind the headrest here I'll get all of our slack and everything pulled through just so we've got it. But we're going to leave that there for right now. It is resting on the back of the seat. And then we're going to adjust the lower latches here. You can see the lower latch points are black and extend in between the seat back and seat bottom, but trying to get to that other one is a little difficult. You have to find a way to climb inside to get over here to it. But when you do, it does make itself fairly easy to get to. And since we're in here, we're going to go ahead and attach this top tether back here behind the center headrest to this metal piece right here. No folding down of seat backs like you have to do in other pickup trucks in order to kind of negotiate and get that in. I think of the last Nissan Frontier we had, that was an absolute nightmare trying to get that top tether in and out. But there you go. And then this pickup truck is big enough. I feel like this is practically in my face here on the side of the truck, but you can tighten it down. And now we're in all nice and snug. So fairly easy install there, and it'll be pretty easy to take out because of that top tether situation. As we move to the back of the truck, you can see we have Chevrolet stamped in the tailgate. We get our Bison badge back there. Fully steel back bumper, but we've got some plastic corner bits here because that's where the blind spot monitors are. But steel rear bumper. We have our camera right there. It is a damped tailgate that this particular model takes forever to drop down, but when it does, you can see we've got some nifty storage inside, which is really cool. It does have a drain plug. You can make this a cooler if you wanted to, or you can store some tools in here, some tow straps, whatever you need to, you can hide in here. And when the doors are locked and the tailgate's up, the tailgate locks, it's fully secure. So there is that. Without the corner steps in this, because we have the special bumper, it is a little more difficult climbing up into here, but you can do it. And then you can see we do have this massive spare tire in here taking up a lot of space. I do wish they had put this tire here so that we could see out the back window, or at least given us a camera back here on our rear view mirror display. But generally speaking, you're buying this truck for its off-road prowess and its cool tough guy looks, and that it has in spades back here. Otherwise, it is a very tidy truck bed. Does everything you would need and expect it to. We've got that spray and bed liner, which is nice. We've got a lot of tie down points, and we even have some auxiliary power back here. All the way around, pretty good truck bed for a pretty good truck. All right, so again, talking about the sacrifices you make for this over a Silverado, backseat space. Silverado, like, he had enough room, he could have camped in the backseat. Now, like, he is right behind me. Like, he is right there.
Right there.
The thought process on mid-size trucks is to make them be able to fit in a normal garage. And the last Colorado we had was the Trail Boss version, and it did fit in our garage, even on the side with our spare fridge.
That's true.
So it is true. It can be done. This isn't necessarily any longer, but it can be done. All right, other thoughts. We kind of drifted off of interior there for a little bit. We've got full digital gauge cluster here, multiple different displays that you could go through. You could have Google Maps, Apple Maps. You could have a race-inspired one. You could have your off-road inspired one. You could have your driver assistance-inspired one. Or you could have next to nothing. You probably like that one best, huh?
Yeah.
Just the speed. Just the facts.
The speed.
But multiple different...
So why did you change it off of that
Oh,
one?
you really did? Well, because I want the
no...
trip computer for when we talk fuel economy later.
No head-up display.
No head-up display.
But you do have two-person memory seats, which is nice.
Which we like
Except
a lot.
For you have to hold the 2, or the 1.
That's
you have to hold the number. It's annoying. I like to do multiple things while my seat is adjusting, not...
Yeah, you hit the button and do some other stuff. We have a Qi wireless charger. We have wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, but we also have the option to plug it in, do it wiredly. Not wirelessly, wiredly.
Wiredly. Wired full.
Tucker, what's this button up here? What do we call this button?
The toot button.
Why do we call it that?
Because it rolls all the windows down.
Yeah, and you were trying to make us use it before we even started filming. But we've got some toggle switches here. I see you've already found the engine start stop.
Yep.
Why is that?
Because you can feel it when it starts and stops.
Yeah, when this thing powers down, and then when it comes back up, it's like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
It's like, let's go.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
also, you have no need for these, but locking differentials here. So
I
You
have
just
used those many times over this week you've been gone. Many times.
Going and parking at restaurant parking and gym parking. You've had to lock those diffs.
Yes.
Okay.
My diffs have been locked multiple times.
Okay. Okay. But what are some other livability notes we've already talked about? It's hard getting in and out. It's hard seeing out.
It's hard parking.
Hard parking.
I
saw.
You saw?
I saw.
Forced me to back up park. I mean, it didn't force me. I was forced because I was in the situation of either a 17-point turn or I could just back up.
And you backed into a parking spot like a pro?
You proud of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this truck at the gym, backed into a parking spot, I can guarantee you nobody expected to see a 5-foot female getting out.
That's what I've always said about a truck. I want a truck so big.
I'm just saying.
And when I get out, people are like,
I'm just saying. This could be.
This ain't going to be it. This
Why?
ain't going to be it.
Why? We hadn't even
I
gotten
can't get it. I'm getting older.
I
I'm
would
into
get
my
you
elderly ages.
I would
I'm
get
going to
you
break
steps.
a hip getting in and out.
I would get you steps. There are options. There are options.
This has not been fun to park. I'll say that much.
Again, this would be my daily that you get to borrow when your Bronco, I guess, is.
Okay.
But would we need this if we had a Bronco? Anyway.
We wouldn't, so we'll just get the Bronco.
Any other thoughts before we...
This is more comfortable than
Yes.
a Bronco.
Yes, it is. And I think probably more... I don't want to say more capable, more usable because it is a truck. So there's the bed back there that you can use for a lot of things versus it being an SUV. All right. Are there any other things we want to talk about before we jump into fuel economy and price in this one?
Nope. I think that's it.
All right. Did mention you've been living with this one for a week. You took it on a longer drive out of town to visit family. So you've put 100 miles in, over 100 miles in mixed conditions, highway, city,
rain.
We're getting 13.7. That is miserable. That is nowhere.
And I'm the more efficient truck.
Yes. This is rated from the EPA. I don't even need to look at this because it's the same number for all three. 16. You're just 16 in MPG. Doesn't matter what you're doing, 16
That is
MPG.
not what we're getting.
Yeah. We're not getting that. And it's interesting. I don't have any complaints about the power, the drivability of this powertrain. Doesn't sound like you do either. But they downsized to a Turbo 4 from a V6. It's got more power, but it's thirsty. Like, I feel like we lose some of the benefit of why you would imagine going down to a smaller 4-cylinder from a bigger V6. Then you add complexity. So I don't know long-term what this is going to be like to live with. We only get them for a week at a time, but it's odd that the fuel economy is so terrible.
Yeah.
Because that's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, Tiger, you and I practiced the price earlier. So, any guesses, Holly?
72.
No.
Too low?
You are too high.
I'm too high. 68.
No. You are still too high.
Oh, interesting. 65?
Tucker, what is it?
64.340.
$64,340. So it is less money.
So I got the last number correctly.
Yes, you did. It is less money than the Silverado we had and more off-road capable, which in theory, that one was off-road focused because it was the Trail Boss. We are also testing Ford Mustang GT Performance right around the same price as this. How would you rather spend $65,000?
Well, I mean, that's a trick question because it depends on what you're looking for. Like, if you're the same person is not going to be speccing a truck in it, but about the same amount of space in here.
Kind of, yeah.
You know, I mean, this has got just a little bit more space.
But we do have back doors, so.
You do have back doors, and you do have the bed.
Mhm.
So there's that. But
Yeah, so it's more practical to live with and easier for us all four, in theory, to get in.
a different.
I mean, you're also talking about us getting into our older years. We're creaking and popping, getting out of the low Mustang. So it's the high truck or the low Mustang. I mean, I would gladly have both. Which do you think of the two I would rather spend $65,000 on?
Obviously, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point in my life I had a Camaro SS. A whole lot of fun.
There are a lot more features in this.
Yeah.
There's heated and ventilated seats.
That one's got the Mustang.
The Mustang had both?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, just kidding. Never mind.
But like I said,
Maybe
I
not.
feel like this has a little more everyday practicality to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're more likely to go fast on the road in a Mustang, but this could go fast on the road too. And then you could also take it off road. Look, there's a white one right up there. I don't know. I just feel like I would get my money's worth out of this one just a little bit more.
Yeah. And I guess you don't have to have the spare tire back there.
Well, that one wasn't a ZR2.
Oh.
That was a Trail Boss. But that's part of the AEV package, which cost over $11,000.
Oh my goodness.
Gives you the bigger wheels and tires, underbody protection, the big spare in the back. So we could get a ZR2 non-AEV Bison.
Okay, buy it.
You heard it, right? And on that note, we're just ending it. If you want to see more from Holly, go find her Facebook, Instagram, at Female Consumer. You can find Tucker has his own YouTube channel now, at Tucker's Talk. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, in my next pickup truck, I guess I'm not getting the AEV Bison, but that's okay. Until next time, gearheads.
Bye.